everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Jets are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Ravens offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
They run again with Logan. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. This is Logan. And some room to work. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They run with Logan. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Slot man moves right. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Fielded just inside the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
On 3rd down, it's Logan. Nifty move. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So out now come the Jets. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's got his man, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. There's the stiff arm. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Allen. Always got some breathing room. The 30. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, explode.
And we've seen it all now. It's a fake. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Ryan on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got a man complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a handoff looking right. And some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Buying time to his left. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
The handoff as they run the counter play. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 28.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And the Ravens Moving pressure too much. Down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They run the counter now on first down. Past the 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 50 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And his kick is right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And the wideout in motion. On 3rd down. That's Mack. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 8 yards to go here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now out come the Jets. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you
and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On second down, Montgomery. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Play action, Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Let's go, Stans, make some noise!
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And not a great punt here, out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Play clock winding down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Mack. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Staying on the ground with Mack. Room here to run. And it's a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And the play clock's running down. The toss play to Montgomery. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. In motion, Safarian Jenkins. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. So they're operating in the red zone. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They pitch it out to Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
In motion, Safarian Jenkins. They'll need to get the play off quickly on third down. It's Mack, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And he puts it through. Cat and 0 out now as he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And now here's a carry heading left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. That good for 19 and a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
To throw now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. They give him a gain of 37.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to him right away because they have the matchup advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Ryan. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
They go play action now. Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every now and then I scratch my head when I see the draw play called, especially after a great run the previous play. Keep attacking. Sometimes the draw play develops slowly, and that allows the defense to react.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Steps away to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They find some open field here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So second down, 3 yards to go now.
Patriot! Patriot! Hurry up, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. The Ravens on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Jukes by at the 20. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
That was a good explosive run right there. And it brings up an interesting little dilemma, doesn't it? 4th and inches. Got to decide what they want to do now. Not sure they expected to be in this situation with what they were facing on 3rd down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going up top. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee.